There we go. It is Toxic Revezy versus Growlii Rehzzy. As we watch the English team play the English team. This is the 2v2 Cash Cup. $7,800 on the line. Somebody asked what that is in euros, and we don't care for a couple reasons. One, what's a euro? Two, that would make the numbers smaller and therefore less impressive. There's a reason why we use kilometers per hour in our game speed. Sheesh! And it's because shots like this look just a little bit more impressive when they're 109 kilometers per hour. Toxic with a ceiling pitch to open up today's gameplay. And his squad will be up 1-0. Type 1 in chat if you're rooting for the English team. You can also type 1 in chat if you're rooting for the team that has Revezy. Just try and guess which one I was saying. Wide open net. Ooh, Toxic is cooking today. Imagine being so confident in your redirects that this is like no big deal. You're not worried about maybe throwing this ball off the net when it seems like it's clearly going in. Toxic is cooking. And it's a 2-0 lead for Toxic Revezy. We've got a long stream today. In case you're tuning in just now as the matches start, or maybe you're watching back on YouTube. Just to let you guys know why we're a little bit more conversational, because we always get about 20 comments every time about how Feer doesn't care about the game. He's so much more conversational. I remember when he used to care. Can we get old Feer back? Guys, I just can't do it for 10 straight hours. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So we'll have to just be a little bit more conversational today. Doesn't mean we can't have a good time watching high-level Rocket League. Why does everyone keep saying this meme that I clearly don't understand? Chat, I don't like it when memes are in the chat that I don't understand. What is this rock and stone situation? What is Growlii? Is this a new decal that Growlii is using? Wait, is this an old? Mushroom just threw me back to a really old meme instead of a new one. Nice outplay by Rehzzy to Growlii. It's from Deep Rock Galactic. Kickoff goal for the English team. Will quickly put them back up 2. Yes, the final we played today. This is the last day here for the European 2v2 Cash Cup. Later today, we'll be watching North Americans 2v2 Cash Cup as well. Rehzzy with a little pre-flip. I feel like there is a lot of peaking that Europe is going to have to do in order to match the MENA 2v2 Cash Cup that we watched. Nush and Dr. Known are ones to put on an absolute show. But I would say so far, Toxic has absolutely matched that with a couple bangers here in this game. What's your cup size? I think it's like 20 ounces. Maybe, I don't think it's 32. How many milliliters? What do you think? We're Europeans? Rehzzy versus Rehzzy. is the matchup we all didn't know we wanted, but absolutely need. Milliliters makes it a bigger number. Why stop at Milla? We could make it an even bigger number, no? Rehzzy. Oh, sorry, Rehzzy. Rehzzy wanted a full field pinch. Toxic. Clean reset wave dash catch. I think game number 1's going to the English team, personally. I'm not going to point fingers at anybody on the field, but the English player probably needs to step it up if we're going to see any improvement here going forward. Rehzzy to Growlii to the backboard. Rehzzy put a hand up because Rehzzy is dunking on your head. I don't think we see a lot of full English lobbies for some reason. This is why I'm making such a big deal about it. Of course, if it were a full American lobby in an NA match, it's a snooze fest. Who cares? That's almost the majority of the time. Toxic, maybe with a chance to get one more. Should be able to do it right at 0 seconds. Game 1 to Revezy. Clearly superior to Rehzzy. Game number 2. Toxic and Revezy versus Growlii Rehzzy. Considering a 100 stream streak means you've probably made 5 years straight of streams, yes, you do get VIP once you have gotten there. I'm ready for my VIP badge too now with a 3 stream streak. You're almost there, man. Just a few more years. Wait, did I say Goblin? Did I say Peaky Goblin? He's Peaky Boolin. It's not even close to Goblin. There's not even any G's in there at all. Oh my goodness. Almost a perfect bounce to save Toxic and Revezy. But not good enough. Toxic certainly is not setting this up with ball cam like Director Cam is suggesting he is. But he is able to catch and flick it to tie the game. Shout out Toxic for not imploding after playing in and losing the Mina LCQ. Although I've been following fairly passively, my understanding is not everybody managed to not implode. There's been a lot of talk about players, going to other regions for LCQs. I don't really blame the players. I think they should fix the rules. I think if you are a player who's going to those other regions, you just got to be ready to not have a ton of fans. People aren't going to be excited for you, which is just fine. You're playing in a competitive tournament. You're trying to make a mark. You're trying to get on land stages. You're trying to get sponsors. You're trying to live your life, and you need to play it by the rules. This is a nice reset. Rehzzy dunk. Growlii able to finish it. But you just got to be ready for people to not be fans of you in the process. Rehzzy reset bump. Only enough to beat one. Ooh, did he redirect this one? Not quite on target. The English team has really leveled up their game. Rehzzy with the drop off to Toxiic. And Toxiic wins a 50. That leaves it right back down for Mr. Rehzzy. Dude, what are these wheels that Growlii is using? Imagine taking a risk on your car and going for something unique. What's up with the boost plugin? Oh yeah, sorry, this was happening ever since the new update yesterday. The spectator boost is just completely messed up. So you will not see correct boost a lot. At this point, I've like just learned to completely ignore it, basically. Every once in a while, there's a moment where, you know, I feel like you get a sense of how much everyone has in terms of boost. And every once in a while, it gets like right there where like Toxiic was clearly chasing down with 0 and all of a sudden he has 100. Doesn't look right, but... Or whenever someone gains boost back in the air, which does happen a good amount. They have littered the playing field with hidden boosts in the air. Everyone always has an internal vibes boost meter that you get better and better at the higher ranks you go. Although there's no question that the added boost meter to the nameplates was just such a no-brainer. What a great addition. Ooh, Toxiic overshot. Thank goodness the wall gave him a 97 boost back. Otherwise, he might have been out of position. Growlii lobbing one to the backboard, but nobody on his team able to follow it up. Fortunately for him, no one on the orange team was quick to do anything about it. Nice recovery from Growlii. Toxiic had to run ahead to try and get a demo and leave a one-on-one, or 1-on-0 if he did get that demo. But Growlii recovered, prevented that. What is Growlii doing? That is a true lover of the game. Absolutely could have let that ball roll down the wall and end, but specifically chipped it to keep it up so Rehzzy could peek in the process of grounding it instead of just taking a simple grounding. Tied series. The English team beats the English team in game number 2. Game 3. Toxiic off the ceiling. Oh my goodness. He even tricked me with his shot there. So he went far underneath the ball before shooting its top shelf. Very close to breaking through 2 defenders. Growlii tries to use a little corner dashing to make something happen. Doesn't work out. Toxiic to Revezy. First touch resets. Rehzzy denies. Tempo is still playing with Fennec. I think he's switched, man. I think he's fully switched. Which is tough. It's tough to lose a real one. Oof. Especially when I felt like he had already established that he was good enough, you know? I feel like, ooh, nice speed by Revs. It should be easy. It feels like it can be tough if you're using a unique car to maybe get respect from fellow pros. This is me just completely speculating because I'm not a fellow pro myself. But once you have enough results, it's like, yeah, that guy's, he's freaking good, man. I know he plays Dominus, but just watch him. And I feel like tempo was there. So switching to the Fennec is just purely him saying maybe he doesn't think the Dominus is very good. I will say, when I watch Zapatos and the Sentio, he does seem limited on some of his low 50s around the net in 1v1 because his car is just so low. But you get your other benefits too. I mean, there's trade-offs. The flick power from 0 boost is something that the Octane hitbox can't match. Yeah, the pogos, by the way, are better on the Dominus. Higher. They pop more. The pogo shots, that is. Clearly, that's reason enough to not change your car. The crazy thing is he took the hat off, too. It's like he woke up one day and decided he wanted to just change his aura completely. Took off the backwards hat. Switched off the Dominus. Rehzzy trying to pass to himself, gets deleted. Oh, Toxiic getting deleted as well. Rehzzy misses this flick, but has the follow-up. Nice demos. Let's go Growlii POV. See him be a menace. Catch both players. Leave it wide open. Bro sold his soul for views. Are you talking about me? I thought we were talking about tempo. Nice hook shot. Tie game. Have you guys heard the copium as he uses the genie goal explosion? That the genie theme is because we're all getting what we want at the World Championships. We're all getting Rocket League 2. You were talking about tempo? What the switching from Dominus to Fennec give you views? That's what I don't understand. Rehzzy over the top of the pre-jump. Once you commit to a region for LCQ, are you locked? I mean, oh yes. Yeah, they cannot play the EU LCQ. If you weren't locked, that would have been nightmare. Because literally they did them in the order of like most likely to qual in if you were to steal them. So you just like be sending ninjas in pajamas would just be getting sent first to the Middle East, then to South America, then to North America, and then finally if they still haven't qualled, they would go back to Europe to play in Europe. It would be a nightmare. It would be not what the LCQs were meant for, which they already kind of wasn't when people are trying to qual from other regions. But I feel like it's safe to say that we are going to get an additional team from the correct region in all regions, right? Sam, I feel like was always going to be Sam. I'm not even sure many invaders tried. Mina was the big one because they're so close to Europe. They were clearly going to be attempted invaders, but Mina is a Mina team. And I feel like Europe would be, I mean, Europe has always been guaranteed to be a Europe team. And North America, I don't know of any Europe teams going over, which I think is the only way. Well, first off, it's already happened. There's only North American teams in the top 16 since it's already begun. But even if they had, I think they'd have a tough time. You also get a better seed, I think, if you just, stay in Europe and win, as opposed to trying to come over to a different region. A real spectator bug is a grasshopper who watches you. Mods? Are you guys ready for a fun story? You're going to be like, whoa, PogChamp, tell us more. We've taught Baby Feer what ants are, but he thinks that flies are also ants. So when he sees a fly, he goes, ant. No. Not an ant, bud. Based? Just wait till he hears about uncles. Nice little redirect to end the game. 5-2. I think Toxiic and Revezy might have opened up with 2 goals, then 5 straight for Growlii Rehzzy in order to put themselves on match points. I think he's going to figure it out. I'm not too worried about it, just to be clear. Ooh, this is an easy counterattack. Cannot put a shot directly on the defender, I imagine, is the issue here. We were watching from the English team's POV, but if we could have watched from the English team's POV, I think we would have seen that the shot was not nearly good enough. I think you should take parenting advice from Rocket League Twitch chat. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Revezy is going to take a pass from Rehzzy. I'm sure Rehzzy thought he was clearing the ball away somehow. I just really don't think that I have to worry about a situation where baby Feer is, 25, looking at flies and going, ant. I think he's going to figure it out by then. But I don't know. maybe I should be worried. Awesome sauce. Hey Feer, second stream in 2 days. You can't stream this often. I'll lose my watch streak. You know people have other things to do. We're literally streaming twice today. That is an important thing to denote. We're live for these matches. Ooh, Rehzzy. Nice musty carry. How old is baby Feer? He's almost 2. Close to 2. Your kid used to call eyebrows eye beards. Well, that's just based, obviously. They're more like eye mustaches, I would say, but we'll accept beards. Toxiic and Revezy, oof, have left a lot of counterattacks available. This time they are able to cover it. Oh, clearly trying to roll it into Toxiic, who just goes flying past. Stealing pinch. Second stealing pinch of the series. Not going to happen. Growlii. Banger of a stealing double. Perfectly pings the corner of the nets. Revezy couldn't resist the opportunity to launch a musty, although I'm not sure throwing it towards the net was the right play. With both defenders backing off. Ooh, nice chip around. Caught Rehzzy trying to challenge early at the ceiling heights. Toxiic, who knows how much boost he has. The overlay tells us he has 98 and he's not even using it, despite clearly flying in the air boosting. Minute 30, starting to get down to the wire here in what could be a series deciding game if Toxiic does not peak right here and put his team in the lead. Revezy bouncing off the backboard. Toxiic needs to 1v2. Both players have no boost. Air triple 50. Now Revezy maybe can get a shot, a little bump attempt. Ooh, nice double plan there, although it doesn't pay off. The English team is able to stop him. Ooh, nice speed from a low boost Growlii to potentially win the game. Again, it's on a counterattack. Growlii and Rehzzy have been standing strong defensively and just been a little bit better as going quickly the other way before the defense gets set. 2-1, minute 2 left to go. Growlii, Rehzzy. Hogan mode. Trying to get themselves into... Ooh, dunk, never mind. We still have a game going. Toxic reset 50. Pinches it strong enough that Revzy's able to get the win. And Growlii on 0 boost. Not going to be able to make that play. Tie game. 50 seconds left to go. It's time to lock in. If you weren't locked in earlier, the series hangs in the balance. Rehzzy. Double jump over 1. Dropping it down to the control of Rehzzy. His wall pinch did not work. Is there going to be a bump attempt? Or just going to let Rehzzy go to work and Growlii will wait on the ground for the follow-up. Rehzzy forcing the high chip. Probably the right play considering he's low on boost. Does allow Toxic to gain control. Rehzzy had to dodge the Rehzzy demo attempts. Should be able to prevent this corner passing play quite easily. Rehzzy, though, to the ceiling. On target, low 50. Growlii not around. Are we going to OT here at game number 4? Toxic will slam to the ground and put us right there at the kickoff. Seeing a severe lack of Spanish kickoffs here in the EU tournament as opposed to the MENA tournament. Nobody taking any big risks here on this one, and Toxic now in control. Little front flip attempt to pass the ball to himself. Maybe didn't succeed, but he's able to quickly follow up a 50. And now Rehzzy is chasing down Rehzzy. Doesn't matter, Toxic is around. Kind of behavior you normally see when it's a 2-on-1 situation, but it was still a 2v2. Toxic was relevant in the play. Growlii, ooh, tried to clear it. If Rehzzy actually could have won that into the corner and in front of the net, might have been a scoring opportunity, but he was just a moment too late. Ends up pinching it in place. Growlii! Dangerous drop down. Rehzzy gets the read off the backboard. After this one gets sent to the ceiling, Growlii, that is not the best play. Rehzzy at least slowed it down for a second, but not long enough to prevent a game number 5. Game 5. The English squad versus the English squad but in orange. Who will be the winner that advances to the winners finals of the European Cash Cup? $7,800 on the line here for this Cash Cup. Are you Rehzzy pilled or are you Revzy pilled? Nice demo. Toxic making sure he's the one to get the finish. Although I would say credit to Revzy for not trying to score it. I think he knew just to put it out towards Toxic. Technically that would be probably the worst shot if he didn't have Toxic's help, because he'd be putting it all the way to the opposite corner where the defender might be. But better than trying to sneak it in near post and missing. When you got Toxic there at the midfield, Revzy going to score again quickly. Getting bumped off by Rehzzy, but Growlii cannot make that read on the backboard. Allows an easy follow-up. Growlii, chip around 1, wanted a demo, and Rehzzy, I mean, he's lucky that Toxic didn't put that on target. He seemed to go a little bit too all in on Growlii's setup. Nothing to work with there for Rehzzy. Growlii and Rehzzy so close to a win, it felt like, and now already down 2 in a game 5. They may struggle to bring back. They've had really strong counterattacks, but they've been spending the majority of the time since the first 2 goals on offense up here. Of course, it never feels like it makes sense to allow your opponents space on the field. Put yourself on defense willingly. Definitely not how Europe normally likes to run it. But the way Growlii and Rehzzy's counterattacks have been going, it almost feels like it could be beneficial. Not a real attack here from Toxic and Rehzzy. They do not overcommit. That's something that they can do to make sure they're in a decent spot for the rest of this series. Although they are both on low boost, trying to get good challenges right now. Rehzzy is chasing down Rehzzy. Rehzzy doing well to completely dodge it and make a play on the ball. Alexi is king. Ooh, Rehzzy peeking? Not quite enough. That ball was going to have to bounce to find its way in, and the low boost defender is able to save it. Rehzzy wants to make sure Rehzzy's going to miss, but in the process might have made it so that he couldn't follow up either. If he had kept it lower, it would have been saved. Rehzzy, this pinch is strong, and it's actually off the ceiling and on target. But Growlii and Rehzzy prepared for it. Growlii will leave it off. For Rehzzy gets intercepted by Toxic. We got a minute 40 left to go. Toxic and Rehzzy looking like they may just be advancing to the winners finals. Nice bump from Rehzzy. Great recovery on Rehzzy to, I think, landing wave dash and get a demo in order to not get put out of position. Pre-jump from Toxic on this air dribble. Still just ends up passing it over to Rehzzy. But Rehzzy on the back line able to handle it. The redirect from Rehzzy not there. We've seen Toxic hit a couple of those already this series. Ooh, he's playing possession. You don't see this happen very often in 2v2. An opportunity to potentially bring the ball to the blue half. Clearly just driving around it, bringing it to his own back corner. Happens a ton in 1v1. And clearly it's Toxic trying to secure his win right now. Not allowing any of those counterattack opportunities if he stays in control of possession. Rehzzy wanted some first touch reset magic. Not going to get it. Toxic rate 50 considering he approached it with 0 boost. Rehzzy to the skies. Underneath one. Toxic making sure not to use his flip or his second jump with 0 boost. He is not in the best positions. This needs to be a good 50, although they've got time. I think this is a bad spot for Toxic and Rehzzy, but they have a 2-goal lead, not just a 1-goal lead, so they should be okay. Biding themselves just a little bit more time. And that will do it. The English squad, but orange, advance to the winners finals.